Oops. All right, Rose Harrison. I want to first off thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. What I'd love to do is give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to the Market Center at large. As you know, we've been
Mhm.
growing pretty quickly, so there's probably a handful of people that don't know who you are. So I'd like for you
Yeah.
to share a little bit about yourself. I'll ask you a couple questions here in a second. And
Mhm.
um, one of the things that I've done with some of my favorite productivity coaching clients is to give them an opportunity to kind of share their story.
Mhm.
In general, I've seen quite a development with you and with your business over the last couple of months, and so I just would love for you to kind of help us understand what that journey has been like for you, and where you see yourself heading in the future. So let's start off by how did you find real estate? Tell me a little bit about how you your work background, or kind of what happened between school and becoming a real estate agent.
So I actually, if I can even remember correctly, I took a year off of school and then I graduated in 2017. Summer of 2018, I was living at my dad's house and I was watching a YouTube video about like best ways to invest your money when you're young. And I watched this video on real estate investing, and that was actually what piqued my interest in real estate. And then somehow, I don't even know how I got onto this thought, but I was thinking like, well, maybe I should get my real estate license, or I just kind of looked into like what it takes to get that. And I was supposed to be going. I was enrolled in Chattahoochee Tech, and there was a mess up with my classes. My classes got dropped. I was really frustrated. So I told them to give me my money back if I wasn't going to go to school. And they
Yeah.
did. And I put that money into real estate school. And so I went there instead.
Wow. How about that? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And fast forward. I know we got a chance to meet when you were checking our office out. Um,
hmm
what made you choose Keller Williams?
Honestly, I walked in here by accident. I'm pretty sure it was just God's plan because I did not mean to even walk into this building. Dead serious. I was going to meet at the time, like you don't really know the difference between like teams and brokerages. So I was going to meet Lisa Ward with Premier Atlanta, and I thought that like Premier Atlanta was like a brokerage or something. And then I walk into a KW office and I'm like, what the? I did not mean to walk in here. And then I never wanted to walk out. So,
That's awesome. So the rest
yeah.
is history. Yeah, Ryan and Lisa have been with us for many years, probably 15 years at least, and
hmm
have built a phenomenal business here. And that's awesome that you guys got connected and that you felt so comfortable being here. And we know that when you're having fun and you're making money, you stay, right?
hmm
So walk us through the journey of becoming a brand new solo agent to where you are today. What did that process look like?
Um, a lot of heartache because, like your my mindset blocked so much and I didn't even know how much it was blocking. But yeah, it took a lot of overcoming a lot of fears, a lot of learning. As soon as you join, like you're just bombarded with much more information that I personally process information a little bit slower than other people might. So naturally, it took me a lot longer to learn,
Right.
but that's okay. That's just who I am. I take longer to learn things. And I tried some different things out. I tried being solo at first. Tried being on a team. Now I'm back to being solo, and I've realized that I really like being solo, and it took a lot of like trying different things to see which what would fit better.
Okay. So talk to us a little bit about we kind of jumped right into the business, and I wanted to also get to know you a little bit. Tell us
Mhm.
where would we find you if you're not at the office? What kind of hobbies do you have? What do you like doing outside of real estate?
Yeah, well, also if I'm not in a pandemic.
Yeah, let's
Um,
do pre-pandemic Rose.
Pre-pandemic Rose.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic Rose was a part of the Marietta Pop Symphony Orchestra, and still is. But we are waiting to meet because concerts get packed, so we can't really prepare for a concert.
Right.
Um,
You play
I
violin, right?
Yeah, I play violin. I've been playing violin for exactly 10 years now. I'm on my 10th year.
Awesome.
Started when I was 11, now I'm 21. And yeah. And now, if, say we still weren't in a pandemic, I would be doing orchestra and going to the gym, hanging out with friends, stuff
Cool.
like that.
And you also did you were a clown, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a party clown, so I am skilled in children's entertainment. And I basically walk into a children's birthday party. I make sure they have a blast, and then I leave. And I still do that actually. I still
You
do
can
that.
make that's like a client event in the making.
Yeah.
Zoom client event with you being the card trick person, or the balloon
Yeah.
blower upper. Do you know how to blow
Yeah.
up balloons?
I do. I can
Man,
face paint. I can blow up balloons. I can do magic tricks. Play games,
well,
everything.
I suspect helping people buy and sell real estate is a bit more uh, um, lucrative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so back to real estate for a second. What's the deal with productivity coaching? Why was that something you decided to get involved with?
um, so everybody needs a coach. Like, it's like with working out or playing my violin, like even if I've been playing for 10 years, I'm still going to have an instructor. I know, like, I don't need them to teach me anything. I know how to play the violin, but like I need them to guide me. And same with like a gym, like a personal coach at the gym, like
Mhm.
you need them to guide you.
Right.
Um, and it's the same thing for your business. You need somebody to help guide you. And I knew that already, but I just thought it's a good investment. It's a really good investment.
And what have you what would you say what's been the biggest impact? How are you thinking differently? Do you have different activities that you do consistently? Do you have different goals? Walk us through how it's different now.
So compared to like, what was it, like 4 months ago when I joined
Right.
productivity coaching?
It's been about
Um, Yeah, before that, I basically wasn't really sure what I was doing. I like had an idea,
right,
you know. I was reading the MREA and I was like, well, it's telling me to do this, but like, how do I do that?
right,
Um, and it was a lot of mindset stuff. Like I felt very like hidden behind a curtain. Whereas, which is odd because I'm an entertainer, I
right,
perform all the time. So it's an odd feeling for me to actually feel like I'm behind the curtain when
right.
I'm used to being in front of it.
Interesting. Okay.
And the curtain was like this mindset that I had to get around.
Right,
Um, so it was a lot of hurdling over some mindset obstacles, a lot of fear that I had to get through,
right.
a lot of learning about like how to focus on like actually having a business because I didn't really know how to do that before. And productivity coaching helps me with that every single day.
That's awesome. So you were kind of one of I forget exactly how it ended up happening, but I feel like you were the first person that kind of came into the office and said, I'm making calls here, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do today, but I'm going to be here and I'm going to make this thing work. Right.
Yeah,
And
I I was sitting out there on my laptop, and I remember thinking, like, I'm at the office, and that's step one.
Right.
What do I do now?
And so you got an opportunity to meet Paul Tully. Paul, we've had in productivity coaching a couple of sessions where our clients or our group has gotten an opportunity to learn about prospecting and kind of his mindset and approach and dialing system and all that. And you've really kind of been a role model for the whole group. So first of all, thank you for that. And can you just speak to what that's done for your mindset and for your business?
The cold calling?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like completely changed it because and I used to do door knocking, but to each his own, I suppose. The whole COVID thing happened, and door knocking just wasn't the option anymore.
Right.
But yeah, cold calling for me has made me a lot more comfortable in front of people that I don't know, which again is odd for me to feel that way because I'm a performer. But yeah, it's like, and especially with Paul, like you need Paul to help with the mindset stuff because he's gonna help you with that. Because if I hadn't done it with Paul, I wouldn't even be doing it right now because I would have, people would have cussed me out. I would have gotten upset. I would have let my emotions take control.
Yep.
Instead, Paul
that's one of
teaches
the
you
things
how to
that
deal with
I love about his energy is that he's like, yes, we got yelled at, yes, we got hung up on, high fives all
Yeah.
around. And sometimes we just have to have fun, right? I mean,
do.
this is a pretty stressful business, right? There's super high highs,
Yeah.
pretty high low or pretty low lows. And the approach that I always encourage you guys to think about is, look, the average realtor is not that good, right?
Mhm.
So if you don't make the call, somebody else is going to make the call.
Mhm.
And that person isn't going to work as hard as you are. And they may not care as much as you care, right?
Yeah.
And when you have that attitude and you actually enjoy speaking to other human beings about helping them reach their goals, it's like a win-win all around. And you get an opportunity to have more success. I do believe that it helps you interact with people you don't know, but I believe all those skills also help you interact with the people you do know, right? And
Mhm.
the fears, like we've talked about, there's some hesitation that it's not surprising that a young agent has. They say, well, gosh, all the people I'm speaking to, they bought and sold before, they're twice my age or three times my age. Like, why should I be the one to represent this person in the largest investment, right?
Yes,
And 4
that
months
is.
ago, that was paralyzing. And
Yeah.
today, you're like, of course I'm going to be the one to represent you because I spend
Yes.
every day and I know exactly what
Yeah.
to say and I'm good at this.
My clients used to all be around my age, and right now my current client is 80 years old.
Right.
My next client, I have another set of clients that are like 35. They're pretty close to my age, but they're still about 15 years older. My next client after that, they're in their 40s.
Right.
Like it doesn't even matter anymore. Age used to be like such a huge factor to me because I just thought that people didn't want to work with me because I was 21, because I like looked 21 or maybe still look 21, because I smelled 21.
Smell.
And yeah, like I just smell like a newcomer,
I
like a new person. Not like smell. No, I don't think I smell like, yeah, no, not like that. But yeah, it used to, and it actually was the only reason I had that mindset is because I actually had people tell me that.
Yeah.
I would do open houses, and I stopped doing open houses because, well, to each his own, but I stopped doing open houses because I would have people that came in, they would always ask me how old I was, and I always thought, like, that is such a rude question.
Right.
What does that have to do with anything? And then I just assumed, like, well, then I guess they don't want to work with me. because I'm 21 and no other 21-year-old is, or not many of them are going to be buying houses right now. But after I cold called, I just got so much more confident in myself that I think it's an energy that people can sense
Uh,
and people can see
Completely agree.
online.
And what's interesting is if somebody's going to have that type of attitude, gosh, there's just so many people out there you can help. Like, look, you don't deserve to be my client. Like, I want to work with
Hmm.
decent people. I want to work with people that are fun to be around. And you're kind of
Yeah.
you're not really showing me that you would be all that fun to be around because you insulted me the first thing out of your mouth,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
so Rose, what can like what's on the horizon for you? I mean, gosh, you've got a real estate license. You're getting coached. You're a natural performer. You know what to say. You've got lots of confidence. I mean, you've got like an incredible potential on the
Yeah.
horizon. Like, what can we expect from you?
Um, Success. Yeah. To be honest, like I'm just focusing every day on doing what I need to do and hitting the goals that I need to hit. And I have a plan. We have our my plan with you on how many deals that I need to make throughout this year. But if I'm not doing the activities and that I'm not going to hit those numbers. So every single day I'm just hitting the activities. In the long run, I expect to hit the goals,
Yeah,
which will be a success.
we don't really need to overcomplicate it, right? We
Yeah.
first get clear on what we're aiming for and
Mhm.
get clear on why that stuff is important. And then we break it down to say, okay, well, winning is doing this today and doing this
Mhm.
tomorrow and doing this the next day. And when you keep doing it, you get great results. And if you don't do it, I mean, uh, you're not going to be where you want to be. I mean, again, no
Yeah.
judgment on that. It's just the beautiful thing is now you're clear on how to get the appointment, what to say when you're on the appointment, and you know whether you're winning. And
Mhm.
I mean, you can just feel the momentum coming. I mean, you're like this client, this client, this client. 4 months ago,
I know.
you didn't
Four
have any
months ago, I was like, hopefully I get a client this month. That's sad, but it's true. But that's a big step for only 4 months
I,
or 3 months or however long it was.
I completely agree. You know, it's the what separates those that really do incredible in this business and those that don't do so incredible is, in my opinion, it comes down to desire, right? Like, how much of a sacrifice are you willing to make to get where you want to be? And
Mhm.
I just want to publicly say, you've been very much impressing me. You're attending pretty much every session. You're in here before I am every morning. Like, you want it, and you're a sponge. You've been learning constantly, and I'm just super proud to be in business together. And I've enjoyed watching you grow, and I'm excited to see what's next. And let me end with this question. So for agents that um, might be listening to this and saying to themselves, gosh, I'm not exactly where I want to be. You know, things aren't clicking yet. Like, I'm a little frustrated. I don't know what to do next. What type of advice would you have for them?
If you don't know, you have to make a change. I mean, like, and you, and it might be a lot of trial and error if you
Yeah,
don't know.
right,
Because for the longest time I didn't know, and to be honest, I'm still like, it's not like I have everything figured out. I'm still figuring it out every single day that I come in here.
yeah,
I'm figuring stuff out. Like even today when I just proposed that idea to you, like I'm still putting pieces together in my mind on how I can grow and be a better person. But like if you're not sure what to do, and I swear people say this all the time, but like for some reason it doesn't click because it didn't click in my head for a year. It didn't. And
right.
that's a sad truth, but it didn't. I'm being honest. That you just got to make contacts.
Yeah,
And then the business, you got to make the contacts and the business will come. And people say that. People always say that because it's true, but it doesn't always click because people are scared to make those contacts. I was scared to make those contacts. I didn't even want to talk to the people that I already knew
Right.
because I was scared of this.
Truthfully, I spent most of my early days speaking to people I didn't know because I hadn't overcome that, the age thing or the, oh my gosh, I don't even know enough of them. Like, why should I be the one trying to, help this person, right? So
Mhm.
it was a lot of these limiting beliefs that ultimately I was able to overcome. And gosh, then it just becomes so much fun, right? I mean, I can just see you, having the corner office and having buyer's agents and, marketing people and,
Yes, I can see it too. I can see it. If you don't know what to do, if you don't have limiting beliefs, which everybody has limiting beliefs, but if you don't have them and you don't know what to do, you just need to make the contacts. If you
Yeah.
don't have limiting beliefs, then you will make the contacts. So if you don't know what to do, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
If you do have limiting beliefs, get over those first. And the way you're going to get over it is by making the contacts.
Right.
So
So if you're good and you're ready, make contacts. If you don't know what to do, make contacts, right?
yeah, and it's okay, like, and it's okay if you mess up because
sound
I
advice.
mess up. I still mess up. It's okay, and I'm still alive. If you're sitting there and your heart's pounding and you're shaking and maybe you feel like crying, like it's okay. It just means you're alive. Like you want your heart to pound.
Yeah.
You want it to pump.
Right. If you don't do things you're not used to doing, then you won't get things you're not used to getting.
You're not going to get over it until you do it. When I did my first recital as, a violinist, I was terrified because, it's a hard instrument. I wasn't good. I was doing it for a year. I probably played something like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or something like that.
Right.
And I was so scared. I was shaking. I was crying. And now I go to a concert and I play like it does. Like I don't care what those people think.
Right.
As a clown, I got a complaint my first party I did when I did magic tricks because I had never done the magic tricks before, like in front of other people, and I didn't even have like a routine set up. And this person did not tell me that she wanted magic tricks, but all of a sudden she gathered the entire family into the living room and was like, well, let's watch some magic tricks. And then here I am, like, I didn't practice. Oh my gosh, they want like this show. What do I do? And I tried the best I could. And when I left, I cried my heart out because I was like so embarrassed. And my boss called me saying that the mom complained. And now I have not gotten a complaint since.
The
And
strange
I do magic tricks flawlessly. Flawlessly.
the strange thing is that that could have paralyzed you. And
It could have.
instead, we're sitting here smiling, telling that story, looking back
Yeah.
on how where you're at today in comparison. So I want to be respectful of your time. This has been fantastic. I think that I suspect you would make yourself available to anyone that was kind of kind of in a little bit of a bind, not sure what to do, not sure what direction to go. Again, I just want to thank you for your participation and your energy and your efforts. And like I said, I'm just excited to continue to be your partner and to watch all the big things that can happen.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for this interview. I think this is awesome. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, see you soon.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.